I've personally made over $40,000 this month as a TikTok shop seller, as you can see. And no, I wasn't an affiliate. I'm talking about something better, owning the store, selling the products and keeping all the profit. And in this video, I'm gonna show you the exact 3-step setup that I use that you can copy to get started and scale your $40,000 per month TikTok shop business with no prior experience. And if you skip this, you're literally sleeping on the biggest gold rush since Bitcoin 2013. Step 1 lies in setting up your TikTok shop. Setting up your TikTok shop is super simple and easy. But if you do it wrong, TikTok will limit your reach, or even worse, you could get stuck verifying your shop for weeks. And you'd be surprised how many people actually mess up this part and screw up their chances at selling on TikTok shop. I had a student, Tony, deal with this exact same issues, inputting the wrong information through the registration process, and had to go through dozens and dozens of appeals to finally be authorized to sell on TikTok. So here's exactly how to set it up right so you can reach that $40,000 per month without any hiccups. First, you're gonna go over to seller.tiktok.com to sign up for a free account. Now you can register with your TikTok account, but I just recommend inputting your email. Now we're going to input a password and click on continue. Now we're going to move on to the actual business registration part. If you have an LLC, I'd recommend using it with TikTok shop. You register as a sole proprietorship, but if you don't, it's not a big deal. You can just register with an individual. And if you have any questions about what this all is, there's also the seller assistant over here to get all the details. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to register with an individual. Next, we're moving on to the actual personal details. So this is where you can either submit your US passport, your state ID, or your US driver's license. And I just recommend using your US driver's license. Once uploaded, we're going to scroll down. It's going to autofill a lot of these things, but also we're going to make sure that we select this is also my residential address. I certify that I do not have a business only address. Now we have to put in either our social security number or ITN number. I'm just going to pick my social though. Now for the shop name, I recommend putting something that's related to the product you're actually going to be selling. And since I already know that I'm going to be selling t-shirts under this shop, I'm just going to name it Tees Today. Keep in mind, you can always change this in the future. Next, we can add a shop logo. I recommend putting it, even though it says optional. I would just use AI to make the image for you. Next is the primary product. And this is a part that most people overcomplicate. This part doesn't matter and doesn't dictate what products you have to sell on TikTok. Since this shop is going to be t-shirts, I'm just going to select fashion accessories, but like I mentioned, this doesn't really matter that much. Now we're going to do our secure sign up by inputting our email and our phone number, and from there we're just going to click on next. Now it's going to take a second to review our application, and now we're going to click on submit. Now TikTok's going to be reviewing our documents, and in my experience it typically takes around 12 to 24 hours to be approved. Now when it comes to add shipping and return addresses, as well as adding products and your tax information, you don't have to do this right at the beginning. You can always do this in the future. Now once your shop is fully set up and verified, that's when the real game begins. Because none of that matters if you're not following this next step, which is finding a winning product. Finding the right product will make you speedrun your way to $40,000 a month. And the tool that I'm going to be sharing with you guys makes this process incredibly simple that even my grandma could do it. But pay attention, because if your product sucks, your content won't convert and it's going to kill all your chances at succeeding as a TikTok shop seller. When I first started selling on TikTok shop, this tool didn't exist. So I had to find winning products by manually scrolling and guessing the sales volume for my competitors. But this tool absolutely changed the game. So this is Calidate. This is a TikTok shop analytics software that basically scrapes the API from TikTok shop and has all the information behind the top performing products on TikTok. Also, if you want a little discount code with this software, I'm going to put up my code right here on the screen. Now we're going to move over to the product section, and we're going to see the top performing products on TikTok shop in the past 30 days. Now what you're going to notice is that a lot of these products are health, wellness, and beauty. Those are by far the best niches to be in TikTok shop. I mean, some of these brands are making millions of dollars in the past month. This Yerba Magic Yerba Matcha tea made over $4 million in the past 30 days. And it's super cool to see what Calidate can give us: the items sold, average unit price, the commission rate that they're offering, all the affiliate videos, which is super game changing to see the videos that are going viral and the affiliates are promoting their brands. And the thing that I look for is the creator number. The more creators that a brand has means the more competitive it is. The reason why is because if there's a lot of affiliates promoting their product, that means it's a very saturated product. I typically don't want to compete with a product that has over 500 creators actively promoting it. I also don't want to compete with a product that's been live for over 6 months. And last thing I don't want to do is I don't want to compete with a product that has 5 big brands selling the exact same thing. Now, what exactly is a big brand? I don't want to compete with 5 brands that have done over 10,000 units sold. For example, beef tallow is a huge niche on TikTok shop, but the problem is there's so many other brands out there selling the exact same thing. And if you want some help through this entire process of making $40,000 a month on TikTok shop, you can apply to work with me one-on-one inside my inner circle. Just like Vince, who made over $37,000 just last month. Joe, who made over $5,000 just in the past week. And Donovan, who joined the program December 29th, by March 1st, he was making $14,000 per week. But now that you got your winning product, even the best product on TikTok shop won't make a single dollar if nobody sees it, right? So let's fix that. Step 3 is creating viral content that converts. You could have the best product in the world, but if no one sees your product, you're not going to get sales. And ultimately, content is the engine that prints money on TikTok Shop. But this is also the part where 90% of people quit at because they think they need a perfect camera, fancy edit, a studio setup, or even worse, they don't even want to start posting because they're afraid of not going viral, getting 37 views, and people judging them. But here's the truth. You don't need a following to start selling on TikTok Shop. I've started accounts with 0 followers, and my third video got 3 million views and generated over $20,000 in sales. Without question, the only thing that you need is content that is optimized to get sales. So instead of overcomplicating it, just use this exact content blueprint so that you can scale to $40,000 a month with TikTok Shop Seller. Start posting your own content. Post your own videos to get your product noticed and start building momentum. Use TikTok Shop affiliates to scale. Affiliates will promote your products for you for free and receive a commission off of every single sale that they generate. That means you only pay them when they bring in sales, so it's 0 risk to you. You can reach out to the top performing TikTok Shop affiliates by going to the affiliate center on the seller dashboard and sending out collaboration invites. Also, here's a little secret tip. Make sure to DM them on the TikTok app to make sure that they actually see it. You're going to be offering them a higher commission rate at first, typically around 30 to 40%. You can always change this over time. And the reason why we're giving affiliates higher commission rates, even though it's eating into our profits, because we're trying to get our product momentum. And most affiliates aren't willing to promote a product with 0 sales if there's no incentivization for them to promote it. From there, those affiliates are going to start to request samples of your product. Your goal is to send as many samples to the top performing affiliates as possible. Of course, you don't want to be too aggressive and send out too many samples of your inventory. My general rule of thumb is to send out 5% of your inventory in samples per month. To kind of give you an idea of what we're doing with our brand, we're sending out around 50 to 100 samples per day because we are scaling this up with volume. And the coolest part is that once you have viral videos with your affiliates as well as in-house content, you can start to run ads to make it consistent income. And this is ultimately the coolest part about TikTok Shop. You have so much volume, you have so many affiliates promoting products, you start trickling down with ads, and this is how you can make generational wealth with TikTok Shop. So now that you know how to go from 0 to $40,000 per month as a complete beginner on TikTok Shop, if you want me to personally walk you through this entire process, click the first link in the description to work with me one-on-one inside my inner circle. This is exactly where I'm coaching my students to absolutely insane numbers, just like Vince, who made over $137,000 in his very first 2 months of doing TikTok Shop. Andrea, who never made $1 online in his life, scaled to $28,000 in his second month. And Donovan, who's averaging anywhere between $10,000 and $20,000 per week with his new brand. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.